2025 didn't go as 2025 didn't go as planned.
535 मार्क्स, बस थोड़े से मार्क्स से रह गई। बायोलॉजी ठीक था, केमिस्ट्री भी, पर फिजिक्स वो फिसल गया। इस बार पढ़ाई नहीं, तैयारी करो, वो भी स्मार्ट तरीके से, क्योंकि इन्फिनिटी लर्न लाए हैं अट्रेया, इंडियाज मोस्ट पावरफुल नीट रिपीटर्स प्रोग्राम विद P2CB, जिससे फिजिक्स पे होगा डबल फोकस। डोंट जस्ट मेक इट योर लास्ट ट्राई, मेक इट योर बेस्ट वन येट। जॉइन इन्फिनिटी लर्न टुडे।
Video capture device traveling. Video capture. Hello my dear students, good afternoon. Welcome to one more amazing session from Infinity Learn. How are you all doing? Welcome to the session. Today we are going to discuss about the periodic properties and the notable exceptions. So you're going to see a very good questions from the NEET examinations. So NEET 2025 result aa chuke. So those who did well, all the best and congratulations, and those who are still have to prove yourself, this is the right platform from Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya Academy. Here we are going to provide you a very good interface for the best preparation for the students. Okay, so all the students, so please confirm is my voice is audible and it is clear and you can all see me. Yes, just give a confirmation in the chat box so that we can just start the session. Today's class of interest is going to be the notable exceptions in the periodic properties. Let's start. Before going for that, I just want to present you the Atreya program. So here in this Atreya program you have I want to change from Infinity Learn. Still you have a very good chance to prove yourself. That is Atreya program. The system gives you the change from I didn't do to I will do it. Crack your NEET program by Atreya, India's most powerful NEET repeaters program, that is Atreya, which introduces P2CB program, physics twice a day along with biology and chemistry. So we secured a very good score, and this is a well proven track record. And in this you can say in the Atreya, India's most powerful program for NEET repeaters bacho, and it is revolutionary in the NEET preparation with P2CB. I just want to say you guys, when 2025 NEET examination happens, physics is the nightmare. Physics slapper like anything. So Infinity Learn by Chaitanya Academy want to come up with a best resolution program that double your preparation and scientifically designed preparation for NEET repeaters. Yes, next time when you write your NEET examination, physics no more difficult and you are going to write on par with a lot of confidence in your NEET examination. That is on us. You will be having a double focus on physics along with chemistry and physics and biology, and the link is there in the description box and pinned messages. You just click it and you can just enjoy this. And here you can see the link is available. You can see the course details and the batch commencement from May 23. So many batches has been started so far. When you enroll now, you will be allocated to a new upcoming batch where day of the week with classes, Monday to Saturday the classes will be there, and Sunday का छुट्टी एक दिन examination का preparation भी कर सकते, and each session is 90 minutes बच्चों, and in this 90-minute session you will be having 3 classes per day. Stress ज़्यादा नहीं होगा. Physics and chemistry and biology, उसमें 2 concept classes दिया जाएगा, एक practice session भी दिया जाएगा. मान लो यहाँ पर 18 classes per week, double practice classes for physics along with biology and chemistry. अच्छा बात है ना? And you can see the silent features here, 465 classes, concept classes by expert faculty. There are 240 DPPs will be given bachcho, and dedicated practice classes, 120 practice classes along with expert faculty, and you will be given a session notes at the end of the session. And also the batch size for the practice is 20 to 25, ताकि आपको पता चलेगा फैकल्टी से अच्छा तरफ डिस्कस करने का मौका मिलेगा बेटा. And definitely it is going to be a super awesome facility. You will be having a customized doubt removal session, so that you can have a nice interaction with the faculty, and the faculty is going to give you a customized, tailored discussion with you. Yes, this is very, very, very important. And coverage of total 11th and 12th syllabus will be there, and why late link is available. Once you got your score NEET 2025, you just click the link is available. You can predict your probable score and your probable seat getting colleges and everything. And moving ahead, I just want to talk about directly to the periodic properties. We had a great discussion about the history and the periodic table, and directly we will go into the periodic properties. Okay, atomic structure and atomic radius is also completed bachcho. And here one important thing I just want to discuss here. Very important thing. When the periodic table you study, you will be having a location of an element in the periodic table. You can see a group. What is a group? A vertical thing. A column in the periodic table is a group. And what is a block? A set of adjacent groups in the periodic table is said to be a block. And you say, what is a period? It is a row, horizontal row, that you say it is a period. Now in the NEET examination, ये group number कैसे पकड़ना, periodic table का position कैसे पकड़ना, that's very, very, very important. Definitely this is the biggest hurdle for the students who are actually learning. आज का जो class है ना, this is definitely useful for the students preparing for your NEET examination dropper के लिए, and those completed your 12th standard and prepare 11th standard and preparing a 12th standard attempting for the NEET 2026, इन लोगों को भी हमारा आज का सेशन फ़ायदा होगा. And those who just joined in your 11th standard can also use this, because this is the 11th standard का topic है. Okay, so let us talk, my dear children. I want you to be interactive in the class, and let us see the best what you can see. Dear students, so how to identify the finding a position of an element in a periodic table? Take a pen and paper, everybody, write along with me. अच्छे तरफ tricks आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूँ मैं. So to identify and find the block, find the group, and find the period बच्चों. So to find out the block, simply write the electronic configuration, ताकि important है, and write the electronic configuration of the element. The subshell in which the last electron enters is the block of the element. That is a super important point. ठीक है? And if you write is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So this is the last electron enters into the p orbital, so that it is going to be a p block element. है ना? Let's talk about finding a group. So in S block, the group number is the number of electrons in the outer s orbital. So ये rule s orbital का ही होगा. And find p block elements, the group outer shell electronic configuration plus 10. And for d block, the group number will be the number of electrons in the outermost shell plus number of electrons in the d orbital. Are you getting or not? This is a simple trick. And finding a period, any doubt? Finding a period, after writing the electronic configuration, bachcho, the highest value of principal quantum number denotes the period. When you talk about this electronic configuration, this is highest principal quantum number, it is going to be a period. Got it? Any doubt? Now let us see. Do one finding a block, I already mentioned this, A is the rule. For finding a block, this is the rule. 1s2 2p4, writing the electronic configuration, and here it is a p block. And I want to say, finding a group, for the s block, the group number is the number of electrons in the outermost s orbital. For p block, the group number will be the number of electrons in the outermost shell of the plus 10. And the d block element, the group number will be the number of electrons in the outermost shell plus penultimate electron d shell. So let us find, so two examples I want to do, everybody do along with me so that you will understand your confidence level. So you guys may be having a question, अगर आप YouTube क्लास में ज्वाइन करने तो नीट निकाल सकते हैं, हाँ आप कोचिंग सेंटर में भी जा सकते हैं, लेकिन कोचिंग सेंटर में जाने को बहुत दूर ट्रैवल करना पड़ता है, and you have to pay a lot more amount of money there, time for traveling and a lot of stress. And here the same expert faculties are teaching and the same thing is given to you and it is completely free of cost. That is the point number one. Point number two, I just want to say, if you attend the YouTube classes, can we break the NEET examination? Can we crack the NEET examination? Yes, you can crack. Not only you can crack your NEET examination, you can be a topper in the NEET examination. Yes, this proven results shows us. Yes, definitely believe us and you can do the best. Take a pen and paper and you do the best you can. I can show you best examples you can see. So finding a period, you can see in the periodic table, you have various elements. Let us look at these various elements. So in the periodic table, you can see finding a period, just write the electronic configuration, the group and the period can be easily identified after writing the electronic configuration. The highest principal quantum number is going to be period number. And what is the period of group block T and cesium atomic number is going to be 55. I want you to give the answer. I want you to give the answer, bachcho. I want you to give the answer. So when you write the electronic configuration, my dear students, you can see cesium is xenon 6s1. So that it is going to be s block. This indicates this is s block. And this indicates this is a group 1. And this is going to be period 6. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Now you see this is the electronic configuration, this comes under the s block and alkali metal. Cesium its position, right? So very good animations are shown and you can do the best. Next let us see what is going to be here. What is the period of group on block for bromine? Z is equal to 35. Z is equal to 35. So write the electronic configuration of here. That is going to be bromine argon 3d10 4s2 4p5. 4s2 4p5 indicates this is your period is equal to 5 and the group is going to be 10 plus 2 plus 5. So 2 and 5, you can say 17 and it is going to be P block. It is going to be P block. समझ में आ रही क्या? So identify this is the bromine. It is located in the periodic table. Right? Identified as a P block element. Now one more important thing, what is the period of group block for scandium Z21? I want my students to participate in the live class and this is a live interactive session. So it is not a radio session. Please participate in the discussions. right? When this period and scandium is given, write the electronic configuration, and it is going to be scandium, it is going to be argon 4s2 3d1, and highest principal quantum number is going to be period 4, and it is going to be group, it is going to be total number of valence electron, it is going to be 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, and it is going to be D block. Understand? Right? So this is the kind of questions you have to generate yourself, and you are going to have this particular session in the Telegram channel, and join in the Telegram channel. All the sessions of PDF format you are going to get it. My dear children, this is a NEET Nirman program where we are delivering the concepts for the total 11th and 12th syllabus. So in this concept session, NEET का हिसाब से 11th का 12th का पूरा सिलेबस डिस्कस करने के बाद हम प्रैक्टिस भी कर सकता हूँ, एक बार रिवीजन भी कर सकता हूँ, एक बार टेस्ट पेपर डिस्कशन भी कर सकता हूँ, क्विज मेंटी भी ऑनलाइन में कर सकता हूँ. सो दीज आर ऑल डूइंग फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स बेनिफिट. में हम इन्फिनिटी लर्न तरफ से बच्चों लोगों के कुछ भला करने का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. आप भी भला करने का कुछ कोशिश करो वापस. We don't expect anything from you. Just simply like the button and share with your friends. Subscribe to Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel. सही है? Okay, we'll start a question. Write down. Here it is a question. Here it is a question, बच्चों. So the element with atomic number 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86 are called. When you see, these are the noble gases. They are called noble gases. Helium, this is helium, and this is a neon, this is argon, and this is a krypton, and this is a xenon, and this is a radon. You take this periodic table, you will understand 2, 10, 18, 18. You can see here the entire periodic table. I just want to show you. Where is this gone? Okay. It is coming. Let it come. Let it come. Let it come. Let it come. Okay, bachcho. You can see the periodic table here. In the periodic table image you will find out. Yes. Yeah. Here it is atomic number 2 helium, and 10 neon, 18 argon, krypton 36, xenon 54, radon 86, and OG 118. So this is a 2. If the number is not visible, here it is going to be 10, 18, and 36, and 54, and 86. So these are the elements that are shown in the periodic table. So moving ahead, the other questions, and we'll discuss about the periodic properties. Okay. Now the element U with atomic number 63 belongs to. So EU with atomic number 63 belongs to 58 to 71, cerium to lutetium are 4F lanthanides. So 58 to 71 belong to 4F series lanthanides, है ना? So that this is F block element. F block element belong to 6th period and group 3 and F block element. So group 3, 6th period and F block element. You can see here, you can see that is EU comes here, right? These are all belong to here. So these are all belong to here. So they belong to period 1, period 2, period 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6th period and it is going to be group 3. Got it? Fine. Now, let us see one more question. So, locating the element in the periodic table is very easy, and this is the trick I have given to you. And also, if the one electron to be removed from AU79, it will be removed from which of the following orbitals? And okay, so which radioisotope is used in ionization smoke detectors to ionize air? So, you are going to see AM americium 241 isotope. It is a general knowledge question. It is used in the fire detectors also. So, talking about here, moving ahead, periodic table. In this periodic table, you have alkali metals, alkali earth metals, and transition metals, rare earth and actinoids and other metals, metalloids and halogens and noble gases and the other non-metals. So, let us discuss about the more details about this, and these are the elements that you know as an alkali metals, which includes lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay, let us talk about alkali earth metals, that is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Bacho, can you say the beryllium is an alkali earth metal? I am saying this is notable exceptions in the periodic table. Beryllium is not considered to be an alkali earth metal because beryllium oxide is amphoteric in nature. So, it is not considered to be an alkali earth metal, it is an exception. And also transition metals, these are the elements are called transition metals, and zinc, cadmium, mercury and copernicium, these are all not considered to be transition metals. What are transition metals? Transition metals are the metals which has a vacant d orbital either in the ground state or in any stable oxidation state. But in logo ka, zinc, cadmium, mercury, these elements has a d orbitals, but d orbitals are completely filled, and these d orbitals are still completely filled in their stable oxidation state. Dear children, do you feel copper is considered to be transition element? This has a D10 configuration, you know. So, this D10 configuration is there completely filled, but if you take about the copper 2 place, it is going to be D9 incompletely filled. Copper 2 place is stable, so it is included as a transition metal, right? Please like the session, share with your friends, subscribe to Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel. Now, let us talk about the rare earth elements. Generally, you consider cerium to lutetium are called inner transition element, but according to the abundance in the nature, scandium and ytterbium are also considered to be the rare earths, right? My dear students, please like the session, everybody who are online. Please, I want to see how many likes are there and how many concurrent viewers are there, and short everything, average view duration as well. I want to see the number of the likes so that we will get encouraged. So, talking about actinoid elements, it is right from thorium to lawrencium, so are the actinoid elements. Cerium to lutetium are lanthanoid elements, thorium to lawrencium are actinoid elements, and also other elements like aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium and tin, lead, these are all other elements with the different properties. They have the metal properties, but these metals are completely different from these metals and these metals, okay. And you can see metalloids as well, these are the metalloids, yeah. So, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony and tellurium, bismuth and polonium are said to be metalloids, bacho, and these metalloids has different properties and they are also used in semiconductors, and also halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and acetine are said to be halogens, okay. And these are all called noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon are said to be noble gases. So, these are the noble gases. We will go into the details about this and the other non-metals: hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, selenium. These are only the reactive non-metals, okay, along with halogens, right? And moving ahead, this is your periodic table in the total picture. I have given you the different color stages to give you that. And I just want to discuss a very good important thing, the periodic properties. In this periodic properties, my dear students, yeah. So, thank you for being patient. So, let us talk about the periodic properties. Let us talk about the periodic properties. You have the periodic table. In the periodic table, the elements do have certain properties, and these properties are related to the chemical nature, and these properties are going to be repeated with a certain interval of time or called periodic properties. And we have the set of periodic properties: 1, 2, 3, atomic radius, and ionization energy, or ionization enthalpy, or electron gain enthalpy, and electronegativity, and the nature of oxides, so like this, these are the various types of the periodic properties. We will discuss about these periodic properties in general. Let us talk about the atomic radius. Atomic radius. Atoms are said to be spherical, right? And electron यहाँ पे घूमते रहते हैं. जो distance आता है ना दोनों का बीच पे, nucleus and the electron, theoretically it is the distance called radius, and the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell is said to be atomic radius. And this atomic radius is of various types, okay. Let us discuss about these various types. One is a covalent radius, and another one is a metallic radius, and you have van der Waals radius and ionic radius, and these are the various things. So, what is the meaning of a covalent radius, bachcho? So, when two atoms are combined by a covalent bond and the distance between these two is called as a covalent radius. Covalent radius, मान लो distance here it is d, it is going to be d by 2. It is used for the non-metals. It is used for the non-metals, bachcho. The speciality is going to be non-metals. And you can see here, when metal crystal you take the atoms, and this is the nucleus, and the distance between these two is said to be d, and it is said to be metallic, radius metallic you can say. Is equal to d by 2. Same here for the non-metals, and here it is for the metals. Got it? Simple. And van der Waals radius, bachcho, you can see here, this is a covalent molecule and this is another covalent molecule, and the distance between these two is said to be a d, neighboring atoms of the different molecules maybe. And here radius van der Waal is said to be again d by 2. You understand? Again it is said to be d by 2. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. So, here it is for the non-metals and the noble gases, this van der Waal radius is used, and system, the compounds in the solid state, this van der Waal radius is given. And ionic radius is sum of the cation and the sum of the anion. Okay. Radius of anion and radius of cation. And if the size you consider, radius of cation is generally less than radius of anion. You know, among all, the van der Waal radii is bigger than, metallic radii is bigger than covalent radii. And you are talking about the ionic radius as the negative charge increases. So, tricks to find the radius. So, you want to compare the radius, it is very simple. So, rules, tricks. You can say trick. To decide size, so the radius is directly proportional to number of shells. The number of shells. As the number of shells increases, radius increases. If the number of, this is the rule number 1 बच्चों, पहले ये rule इस्तेमाल करना. And अगर rule number 2 कब इस्तेमाल करना, so the radius inversely proportional to positive charge, and the radius is directly proportional to negative charge. Use this. For an isoelectronic species, अगर positive charge बढ़ते जाएंगे तो atomic size और radius कम होना चाहिए, and negative charge बढ़ते जाना तो atomic size increase होना चाहिए. That is very, very important. I just want to say here, N3 minus, O2 minus, F minus, and it is going to be neon, and sodium plus, and magnesium 2 plus, and aluminum 3 plus. Okay? And as the negative charge is more, you can see the radius is going to be in this way. Radius is going to be in this way. Got it? Clear? This is very, very important. You can just see the following has, which has the highest range radius, means the number of shells you can say. As far as the studies part is concerned, the biggest atom is going to be cesium and the smallest atom is going to be hydrogen. So, let us see the ionization energy. We will go back to the slides. Okay? Let us talk about the ionization energy. What do you understand with the ionization energy? Bacho, if somebody prompt me, ionization energy, ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy होता है क्या? Enthalpy is a fancy word from the energy. Agree? It is a fancy word for the energy. Students, always learn the things. Otherwise, enthalpy define करना तो thermodynamics में जाना. So, learn the things in such a way that you should have a great insight of what you are doing, right? So, let us talk about the ionization energy. It is the minimum amount of energy that required to remove an electron from an isolated gas neutral atom. That is what is called as ionization energy. So, this is your ionization energy. So, removal of electron from first time is called ionization energy. You want to remove from here, so M plus and M plus le lo, and you just get it M2 plus, and by the loss of electron, that is going to be ionization energy 2. Okay? And this ionization 2, and it goes like this, bacho. By the loss of electron, this is what is called as IE2. This is what is called as Ia2. So these are the successive ionization energies. Bharat traders, okay. Hello बच्चा, hello. And you want to say the magnitude देना को क्या किसका ज़्यादा होगा किसका कम होगा बच्चों किसका ज़्यादा होगा किसका कम होगा for any atom, for any species, okay, you can say for any atom, element you can say, its first ionization energy is always less than second ionization energy and the third ionization energy. Eventually it goes like this, right? अगर कुछ doubt है ना तो बोलना. And I want to give you some exceptional noteworthy points as well. Exceptional noteworthy points as well. तैयार हैं बच्चों? Yeah, so let's move ahead with the other part of the slides here, right? So talking about factors that affecting ionization energy, factors that affecting ionization energy. So the ionization energy is affected by various patterns. Simple pattern I just want to say. First one is size. Ionization energy is inversely proportional to size. Smaller atoms, electron close to the nucleus will have high ionization energy. Larger atoms, electron is away from the nucleus and will have low ionization energy. And you can say nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. Ionization energy is directly proportional to effective nuclear charge. As effective nuclear charge increases, ionization energy also increases. And screening effect, ionization energy inversely proportional to screening effect. The electrons that lies between the nucleus and the outermost shell act as a screen. If the inner electron number is increased, screening effect is going to be increased, so that atomic size is going to be decreased, okay? And ionization energy is going to be decreased. And penetration power, ionization energy is directly proportional to penetration power. Penetration power means involving capacity of the electron towards the nucleus. S orbital में ज़्यादा है, p orbital, d orbital and f orbitals, okay? And you can see here the fifth one is going to be electronic configuration. Half filled, stable and fully filled, stable and incompletely filled, unstable. So if it is half filled and fully filled, it is stable. So इसका ज़्यादा ionization energy होगा and it is going to be unstable. Relatively, it is going to be less ionization energy. So, if you see the atomic structure of the nitrogen, you can see here, okay, in this, the nitrogen, it has 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, it has a half filled configuration as compared to oxygen, it is incompletely filled electronic configuration. Because of the half filled subshell of the nitrogen, it is going to be more stable. When it is more stable, more ionization energy is seen. Nitrogen has more ionization energy. Bacho? And you can see, when you talk about the successive ionization energies for the various elements, just for the sake of literature, I just want to give you first ionization energy, second ionization energy, third ionization energy. And lithium, second ionization energy is more. And beryllium, first ionization energy and third ionization energy is more. So, when you observe the successive ionization energy, so what it is saying? So, lithium, to remove this electron, this much amount of energy is required. To remove this electron, this much amount of energy is required. So, this is a helium gas configuration, so that it is going to have more ionization energy. That is the reason why this is the value of the energies, you can see. So, for that I have some trick to that. So, always group 1 will have IE2 is greater, group 1 will have the energy gap at IE2 is the highest. When you take group 2 elements, you are going to see the highest thing is going to be IE3, highest. You can see 1758 and 14,850, it is the highest, big jump in the value. And similarly, you can say group 13, you are going to see IE4 is going to be the highest, IE3 is going to be the highest, okay. And you are going to get group, the first ionization potential of sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon are in the order of. I want you to give the answer in the chat box. Dear students, let us be. So, here across the period ionization energy always increases. So, let me tell you here, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So, across the period ionization energy increases, so that it is going to be like this, like this, like this, like this. But there are some exceptions, notable exceptions in the periodic classification. Now, you can see here, nitrogen is exceptionally higher than this oxygen. Let me write this, erase here. There are two exceptions here, two exceptions here. Now, we can say nitrogen is greater than oxygen, beryllium is greater than boron. Why? Because of the half-filled electron configuration, because of this completely filled S configuration. Dear children, similarly you can see here, लिथियम के नीचे सोडियम आना है, मैग्नीशियम, एल्युमिनियम, कार्बन एंड silicon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. We have the electronic configuration. Generally it follows this. Now, phosphorus to sulfur, when you talk about this phosphorus to sulfur, you are going to see an exception here. Now, I wanted to say magnesium is greater than aluminum, phosphorus is greater than sulfur. Oh, chhod do. And here aluminum and silicon is greater than aluminum, silicon is greater than aluminum, and magnesium is greater than aluminum. So, my answer for this question is like this. So, wherever you can expect a question, some noteworthy points, you can say NEET examination, you are going to see these questions, this type of questions only. Bacho, are you getting or not clear? Any doubt, please feel free to ask us. Right, let's see one more. The element which has the highest second ionization energy, I already mentioned highest second ionization energy is attributed to, highest second ionization energy is attributed to group 1 elements, है ना? And the screening effect, okay, let us go. Already we discussed this, yeah. How to find a group of an element if the successive ionization energy is given? It is a super awesome point that you can expect for your NEET examination. Super trick I wanted to give you. A trick. Observe the jump. Big jump in the values, right? Observe the big jump in the values. So when you observe the value, if the ionization energy 1, if the ionization energy 2, if the ionization energy 3, if the ionization energy 4, it goes like this. If the jump is observed here, that is the jump. If the jump is observed here, I would say this is your group 1 element. If the jump is observed here, that is the one you say group 2 element, group 13 element, and group 14 element, and this is IE5. So this is your, it goes like this. It goes like this. This is the super awesome trick, and this trick can give you very good insight for your NEET examination. You are all preparing for NEET examination, and you can crack this type of questions from the inorganic. Backbone for the inorganic chemistry is this kind of logics. Otherwise, रट्टा मारना क्या देखने के लिए. So examination में ऐसा करने का कुछ फायदा ही नहीं होगा बेटा. अच्छा तरफ कोशिश करो. ओके, अच्छा सोचा अच्छा होगा. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बच्चों? क्लियर? एनी डाउट? Now let's talk about points to remember here. Very good points. And non-metals will have higher value of ionization 1 and 2 and 3 compared to the metals. That's very important. And alkaline earth metals and the nitrogens have higher value of ionization first value compared to the succeeding group 4th period. And IE3 values of alkaline earth metals also show exceptional jump. And in the entire periodic table, ionization 1 value is the lowest for the alkali metals and highest for the noble gases. Are you getting or not? And noble gases has the highest ionization values in any period. For any group, alkali metals is the lowest. So these are the points to remember, know about the alkali metals and the ionization energy. IE1 and IE2 in kilojoule moles for the A, B, C are given below, right? And my question is, which of the above elements is likely to be a non-metal and alkali metal and alkaline earth metal? So here the lowest first ionization energy is going to be A, and lowest second ionization energy is going to be alkali earth metal. And you see the values of the C is going to be for the non-metal, as these first two ionization energies are very high. Understand? Clear बच्चों? Right. So the first four values of these 191, 578, 972, 5960 kilocalorie per mole respectively, the number of valence electrons in the element. Yeah, want to see? I want to see the answer from you. So this is your ionization 1 value, this is ionization 2 value, this is ionization 3 value, ionization 4 value. And my dear children, there is a big jump between ionization 3 and ionization 4. 191, 578, 900. अचानक 900 वैल्यू 5900 वैल्यू तक पहुंच गया. So there is a big jump. So group 1, group 2 and it is going to be group 13 एलिमेंट का होगा. ये group 13 एलिमेंट का होगा हमारा ट्रिक का हिसाब से. ठीक है. सो अगर ग्रुप 13 होगा तो इसका जनरल इलेक्ट्रॉन कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आपका होगा NS2 NP1. आपका वैलेंसी सेल में आपका 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मिला. सो इट इज गोइंग टू बी आंसर 3 इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. बच्चों समझ में आ रही क्या? ठीक है, क्लियर, परफेक्ट परफेक्ट. एंड आगे बढ़ते थोड़ा सा मेटालिक कैरेक्टर. Metallic character. And could you tell me and one thing, one question generously I just want to ask you to the entire students here, the element with highest first ionization energy in the periodic table. Highest first ionization energy in the periodic table. I want you to hear from you. What is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer? That is your helium. Helium has the highest ionization energy. Right? And moving ahead, points to remember, metallic character. Metallic character refers to the level of reactivity of metal. जिस metal ज़्यादा reactive हो, जो metal ज़्यादा reactive हो, ये आसानी तरह से electron leave कर सकते हैं. And metals has a tendency to lose electrons in the chemical reactions, है ना? And also say metallic character and ionization energy. Down the group, ionization energy decreases and metallic character increases. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Metallic character increases. And also metallic character and ionization energy, and both are inversely related. From left to right in the period, left to right in the period, atomic size decreases, atomic size decreases, ionization energy increases, non-metallic nature increases. In contrast to that, let us discuss about down the group. Down the group क्या करना चाहता हूँ? Atomic size increases, ionization energy decreases and metallic nature increases. Metallic nature increase. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? ठीक है? Very good. So non-metals character related to ionization energy values. बच्चों, you can see non-metallic character. Non-metallic character relates to the tendency of an element to accept electrons during a chemical reaction. Okay? And electron gain enthalpy छोटा सा हल्का सा डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं. So electron affinity भी बोल सकते हैं. What is electron gain enthalpy? Electron gain enthalpy, you see bright and fade, and you can see electron gain enthalpy when an electron is added to an isolated gaseous neutral atom. The amount of energy that is related to this is called as electron affinity or electron release energy or electron gain enthalpy, and represented by electron gain delta H. It could be a negative value, it could be a positive value. Of course, first electron gain enthalpy is always a negative value because it is an exothermic process. When energy is supplied to the gaseous atom while adding an electron, that is called an exothermic process, is delta H is positive. When energy is released while adding an electron to a gaseous atom, this value is negative, and it is an exothermic process and it is an endothermic process. First electron gain enthalpy for all the atoms is going to be negative except a few elements in the periodic table, and I am going to give you the notable exceptions as well. Let us talk when an atom gains an electron, what happens? This is the electron is gained by the atom, it is going to be destabilized so that it is going to release its energy. So, electron gain enthalpy is the amount of energy that is raised is called as electron gain enthalpy. It could be a positive value or it could be negative value. For an isolated gaseous neutral atom, its value is always exothermic, and it is some exceptions like nitrogen, noble gases, that is a different matter, and only first electron gain enthalpy is going to be negative. Rest of all electron gain enthalpies like second, third, or all are endothermic because of strong nuclear repulsions. And factors affecting this electron gain enthalpy is same as that of the ionization energy, and is you can see magnitude of the electron gain enthalpy depends on various factors. So atomic size बढ़ते जाएंगे तो electron affinity कम होना, इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज बढ़ते जाएंगे तो इलेक्ट्रॉन एफिनिटी भी बढ़ते जाते हैं, एंड इट इज़ इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट बच्चों. And electron gain trends, you see in general electron gain enthalpy decreases from down the group and increases from the left across the period, and you see the electron gain enthalpy exceptionally period 3 is going to be more as compared to the period 2, because the period 2 is going to have the small. That's the reason why electron gain enthalpy of a chlorine is greater than that of the fluorine. Okay. Now electron gain enthalpy in the group as well, it is the same. Right? Any doubt बच्चों? जल्दी बोलना. This is the last minutes of the class. Now you can see electron gain enthalpy trends. You can see electron gain enthalpy across the period. Across the period, electron gain enthalpy increases, and electron gain enthalpy group, it is going to be decreases. Now, could you identify the element with highest? Here it is going to be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, and astatine. These are the group 17 elements, and these group 17 elements are called halogens. These halogens has the highest electron affinity values, and you know exceptionally chlorine has the highest electron affinity than the fluorine. The element with the highest electron affinity is attributed to chlorine but not fluorine. Why fluorine is such a small? Because such a small, the incoming electron, internal electronic repulsion takes place. That's the reason why it is going to have the low electron gain enthalpy as compared to the chlorine. My dear students, stay tuned for such type of sessions. Still some more sessions has to come, and we'll discuss the more about the exceptional behavior of the various elements. Next session I just want to talk by using a graphical methods and definitely graphs in the periodic table, so that total periodic table is given in the form of a P block and S block as well. So we'll meet with more stuff in the upcoming session. Thank you very much. Signing off, Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry from Infinity Land. See you. Bye bye.